I haven't wanted to talk about RFK, but I think it is relevant because he is the sort of the jury's out on who he's going to be stealing votes from.
Hmm.
This is uh, sort of like some polls show he's stealing more from Trump and some polls
Right.
show he's stealing more from Biden. This is from ABC. While polling indicates Kennedy may be taking support from Biden, conversations with some of his most vocal supporters suggest the truth is more complex. Almost every one of nearly a dozen people who spoke to ABC News at the Kennedy rally in Las Vegas this winter said they would vote for Trump if Kennedy were not in the race.
Huh.
And you hear that a lot, like going to Trump rallies and you're like, if you couldn't vote for Trump, who would it be? RFK Jr. And I think there is truth in all of that, and I think that might be significant later. But this is just a little clip from CNN because they love to roll out kind of like women from Big Little Lies who are just like suburban, cloaked in like pretty
Pastel colors.
Southwest like shawls, um big brimmed hats, felt brimmed hats and stuff. Um, and this is them getting in touch with undecided suburban women voters.
They're both way too old to be there.
One's too childish, one's too senile.
What do you all need to hear to pick a candidate?
Michelle Obama come in.
I need a new
Can she
candidate.
slide in?
Yes, I really do.
Maybe Kennedy being a stronger
Yeah.
opponent.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with actually both of you.
Yeah. We need somebody new to come in and shake things up.
Yes, make measles great again. When was the last time you had polio?
That was very good, by the way. That was impressive. You tapped into it because you're leaning into your future role as a suburban mom, by the way.
I wish I had that money. For you guys listening, there is a fire crackling in the little, like, outdoor whatever fireplace. There's a cheese spread. They're drinking wine. They're
Handmade
covered
blankets.
They're covered in blankets. They're so concerned. They're about to tell the help to refill their glasses, and they're just like, they don't know who to vote for.
I drink organic water from the beach, and it helps my electrolytes. You're like, what?
Yeah, I get a lot of negative ions from the beach.
Yeah, it reminds me of so yes, in a way. Look, historically, third party candidates have hurt Democrats. In RFK might be an interesting outlier in that he might hurt both, but he might hurt Trump a bit more based on the polling you've said. But there is a phenomenon here. I'm glad you showed that clip of the suburban, wealthy, educated moms, because I used to live in the Bay Area and I saw this anti-vax craze kind of bubble up in very privileged cul-de-sacs.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, we do alternative medicine and we're against vaccine, this and very educated, very privileged, very wealthy, kind of closed circuit community, even though they then live in the Bay Area and like these absurd zip codes, working at YouTube and Google, but they're against the man. And so I think he also appeals to that type of an Aaron Rodgers mindset, right? People who think they're smarter than everyone else, people who, like many of us, have a deeply unhealthy, I would say, they have a deeply unhealthy mistrust of institutions, live in their little ecosystem and get fed nonsense on WhatsApp. And the fear, though, for me with the RFK being mainstreamed is, even though he might hurt Trump more than he might hurt Biden, and because that's what it's going to go down to, folks. He's not going to win any votes in the Electoral College.
No,
it's the mainstreaming of his batshit ideas.
I think that's a really important point, and I also think it is people who think they can buy their way out of the two-party system, or that they think that just because it's a third party, it's like somehow more enlightened or smarter. And he's being bolstered by a lot of elitists and moneyed interests, and it's like it kind of, again, third party in this, like, in the no labels, in the Andrew Yang sort of ilk, reminds me of this like I'm just too rich and smart to deal with this broken ass democracy. It's like, no, you're in the trenches with us. You're
That's right.
still in the trenches. You don't get out of this because you don't want to take your kid to get vaccinated because you're lazy and they cry. Because I know about that. But in fact, he hasn't even made the ballot. He's only got one ballot. He's only on one state's ballot, Utah. He says they're trying to gather enough signatures in at least 3 others, including Nevada. We just heard those women were from Arizona. And it seems like his running mate won't be Aaron Rodgers, but maybe Nicole Shanahan, who is was part of this $7 million pro-Kennedy Super Bowl ad, if you remember that.
Terrible ad. The family rejected the ad. The family has rejected him. They're taking photos with Biden.
To that point, this is St. Patrick's Day, guys. And what Jahad is referencing, they're a whole Kennedy family, and they're all tagged, and there they are. Biden's right in the middle. And epic shade, and no RFK.
I mean,
they're all
you made
cardboard cutouts.
You made a good point, though. I mean, and I think that's a point that it's an astute observation as to why people might go third parties, because they're so disgusted by the two-party system. They want something new. They want something fresh. They want a bulldozer, but they don't realize the people that are allegedly the bulldozers are just as tainted. And in the case of RFK, the dude is funded by hardcore right-wing multi-billionaires, right? Timothy Mellon of the Mellon banking family fortune that gives to right-wing campaigns is giving money to RFK.
Yes.
So you're pretty much, it's like you want you want to like hire Charlize Theron or The Rock or Tom Cruise to be an action star, but that you can't get them, so you get like Scott Adkins, who by the way is dope, and I don't want to compare Scott Adkins to RFK, but you're not opening a movie with Scott Adkins.
Scott Adkins. I've got to do some No, you're definitely not. I don't even know this dude's face, but yeah.
He was the dude, and he's really good, by the way. He was in John Wick 4. They made him wear the big fat man suit, and they had the epic fight in the Belgian like rave where no one stopped and noticed like they were killing each other. I'm disrespecting him, but that's actually an really exquisite analogy.
He's actually in John Wick 4, and I love that. I appreciate you for that reason. But you
did lesbian queer theory from Bobert. That was a deep dance theory. Was that dance major? That was
lesbian, dance theory. But this is very funny. So he's getting lots of money. You're right, from Timothy Mellon, who has also donated to Trump. But maybe this is where the shawls came from. One of the largest donations to Kennedy's bid is the strangest, more than $100,000 worth of alpaca shawls handed out to roughly 250 people who attended his birthday party earlier this winter.
I told you, the suburban moms. I'm not wrong. The cul-de-sacs. Listen, people, this is why they pay me the big money.
That's just yes.
Who buys alpaca shawls? It ain't the Uncle Chet in the Rust Belt diner. It's Susie.
Can you imagine? It'd be very funny if you go to like the Rust Belt diner. They're all just like in these incredible alpaca shawls. Like, I don't know, I really like RFK Jr. Like, what is a lovely shawl, sir? Thank you. I didn't even know what a shawl was.
That's a lovely wool shawl. It's not wool. It's alpaca. Like, my bad.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/bitchuation room. Do